the national dialogue. What are they going to talk about? Cyril Ramaphosa speaks about transformation. Of what? Julius Malema says, I'm quoting from Andrew Kenny at BizNews, says Malema, we're saying to the white people, let's live together in peace. But we can't live in peace if you don't give us back what you stole from us. Malema said this at a Youth Day rally at the Kings Malatini Stadium in KwaZulu-Natal. Who is the us? The people in South Africa, the black people, are immigrants from the Great Lakes 700 years to 1,000 years ago. They were not in the Cape. It was the Bushman. The Bushmen. Mustn't the ground be given back to them? But they were not ground holders. But it's not only Malema. All the politicians. They scream their mouth off at BE and ground. They want ground. Now they come with the act of expropriation without compensation. Some people say to me, oh, it's a mechanism to ensure that all the abandoned buildings in Johannesburg is recovered by the municipality and reworked. Where did you go to school? Where did you go to school? Anything that's ever in law, a politician will use and abuse. That is the nature of the beast. Because it says any property, movable or immovable, intellectual property is an intangible property, but it's nonetheless a property. And if somebody decides it's in the best interest of the public, who are the public? They decide who's the public. Cyril Ramaphosa and his family is the public. They decide. South Africa is a ticking time bomb. Not just on the economic front, but all over. Because the target is to have central control over everything. Typical Marxist dogma. Remember, how did Marxism function in the Soviet Union? 4,000 families at the top were creaming it off. This is what Ramaphosa's view is. To cream it off. Anything else, you are but born to be a slave. And who is he paying toll to? Because whatever Ramaphosa does is not standing in isolation. Kenny says the following, Malema lives in sumptuous luxury, while black working class children starve, which is a fact. He worships everything capitalist for himself, including transport, fashion accessories, education and medical care, while demanding that the working classes must be forced to have everything socialist, everything run by the state. He screams against whiteness, but sends his own children to private schools with white teachers. And from his mansion in Hyde Park, he rants about land ownership while contradicting himself at every turn. The leaders of the ANC, SACP, MK, and others do exactly the same. It's the truth. It's the truth. And all of them with their foreign bank accounts. Farm murders is a tool in the chest of the in the toolbox of the Marxists. If the Harregat whites don't want to listen, terrorize them. Because luckily for the Marxists, those Harregat whites do not stand together either. In Paul Kruger's time, the commandos went out to assist chiefs in the area against their enemies and to fight for them on their behalf. Piet Retief had signed an agreement with Dingaan. Whether the agreements were fair is another issue. Dingaan was no fool. He had missionaries in his kraals advising him, be careful, people of the cloth. Be careful. After the Second World War, at the Nuremberg trials, you never heard about any of the judicial officers being called to book. At the TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, no attorneys were brought to book, while the judges were sprouting restorative justice. What a hypocritical bunch of people. The problems in South Africa can be laid in front of the judicial environment. The fact that the legal department at the University of Pretoria is sprouting Marxist ideology based on black foundations, and nothing is being done about it. Even Cyril Ramaphosa's favorite advocate, Kathoibe, a brilliant guy, so people say, is in favor of this because it suits his pocket. And it's all about money. Oh, I can't say that too many times, because that is what it is. If you don't have money in your pocket, you can't do anything. And what happens? Beggars abound. Last week, an 81-year-old woman was murdered in the moat in Pretoria. When she opened the gate to give two beggars food, a colored woman and a black man, they killed her and shot her. Reports have come out of people going to the Kruger Park, stopping at the restrooms, at the garages. And the women, when they go to the restrooms, are being assaulted. More and more of these reports are seeing the air. The torturing of the farmers for 10 hours. What's the difference between the ANC and Nazi Germany? Because the ANC is condoning this. The ANC is condoning this. If they did not condone it, they would have taken measures. They would have taken active measures to ensure safety and security in the rural areas. How many black farmers have been murdered? How many of their workers have been murdered? Cyril Ramaphosa sat with President Donald Trump, and he thinks he came off best in that conversation. He talks about the crime rate in South Africa. But it's the ANC that's pushing this crime rate. the ANC, because crime has exploded under the ANC. The Western Cape is a target of crime. Steve Tshwete, after 94, when the DA came into power in the Western Cape, it was said that he was the mastermind for the Tanzanian drug lords to bring drugs into the Cape. The problem with drugs are the following. Various people in senior positions have had their children compromised with drugs. In some cases, the parents stood up, rescued the children, had them rehabilitated, and are protecting them. In other cases, the children were left to their own devices and ended up as sex slaves to the Nigerians. Drugs is a problem. If Tokyo Sequale doesn't have enough drug money, he cannot fund the running expenses of Luthuli House. During COVID, on the shutdown, this is exactly what happened. Luthuli House ran into financial problems in paying salaries and wages because Sequale was not able to supply enough money. The Sequale family is well known of being involved in drugs. Tokyo Sequale had to resign as Premier of Gauteng after a report on his drug running was given by F.W. de Klerk to him, which he got from Thabo Mbeki. And that is what Thabo Mbeki did to sideline Tokyo Sequale. Again, what is going on? There are networks and systems we do not know about. What can we say? But for the grace of God, there we go. Pretoria schools are a target. They are a target. And what is very interesting at this stage, while it is laying before foreigners, before their doors for the drug explosion, the fact of the matter is that it is not always true. The South Africans do not stand back. The big thing is that Lenin referred to it as a way to control the population. It's a problem in America. How come the Sinaloa cartel from Mexico is operating in South Africa, according to reports and newspaper reports, with sophisticated operations? I'll give you an example. At Suurbekom, outside Johannesburg, there's underground workshops which the police know about, but which the South African police are friendly with. Because nothing in the courts work. So why would a policeman want to put his life in danger? Alan Paton said, "Cry the beloved country." Shouldn't he rather have said, cry the accursed country? Because this is what it is. Are you satisfied to live in a country like this? In a shithole like this? According to Donald Trump? I am not. I am not. Are you?